Sydney is one of the most beautiful cities I've visited so far. The Opera House, Harbour Bridge, and its breathtaking beaches and coastline are known all over the world. But let me show you further. Let me show you the local way.
Hey guys, welcome to the first ever episode of The Local Eye. My name is Matt and I'm here with Jason from Droneshark app, Duncan from Aussie Bubbles, and Charlie from Underwater. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. We were on a boat trip just outside Sydney Harbour to a dive spot and it was absolutely amazing. But just before we show you guys how this day went, do you guys want to tell us a little bit about your projects and what you normally spot in the water?
Yeah, g'day, I'm Jason from Droneshark app and I run my own little, what I like to call a show here out at Tamarama. Basically, I fly my drone every morning, capture the sunrise and whatever sea life I can see out there. We capture all our local sea life here, which we name. So we have local grey nurses, Nellie, Norman, Newman. We've got Alex the seal. It's pretty much the unseen. People don't usually see it from land, but once you get up with the drone, that's when it all just becomes, you know, opening up a new world actually with drones. So it's, I just love it.
My name's Duncan. I started an underwater persona called Aussie Bubbles. The reason I started that is when I started diving in Sydney, I realised that a lot of people come to Australia and only go dive the Great Barrier Reef, or it's the most well-known dive spot, and I was blown away with the number of dive spots available in Sydney. We have about 150 different mapped sites, 50 of them are accessible just off the rocks via the shore. So I started taking photographs to show people what we could see. The day on the boat with Matt was amazing. We went out with Jason from Droneshark app, Charlie as well, and we dived a site called Bluefish Point. Now Bluefish Point is known for weedy sea dragons. It's also a site that they've recently discovered some coral migrating down as oceans are warming up. So some scientists are there working to monitor that coral at the moment. Some of the other things we can expect to see there are giant cuttlefish. This time of the year is particularly interesting to see them because it's their mating season. So they tend to be a lot more interested in, or a lot more adventurous, and they can actually come out and interact with divers, and most of the time just having a great time on the water.
So I moved here from England about 6 years ago, and coming from English diving, which is pretty low vis and very cold, I was absolutely amazed by the diversity here. There's a lot of people who learn to scuba dive and then just do it on holiday. And it's such a waste because there's diversity right on our doorstep. And I think Sydney is hugely underrated for that. I think tourists mostly hear about the Barrier Reef. And coming here, I just discovered that straight off this capital city, you can go to the Opera House and see a seal beside it.
I can say I definitely had a lot of fun in the water in Sydney. But let's get to the boat trip day and you guys can have a little taste of it as well.
Hey guys, good morning. We're heading out to Rose Bay to meet the guys. We woke up at 5 a.m. about 2 hours before sunrise so we can get a sunrise at the boat. It's about 5:30 now, 10 degrees, a bit cold, but we'll get better later. I was a bit nervous actually yesterday. The weather was not good at all, but it looks like really good right now. So we're ready to go, get the boat, get in the water and go to the dive spot. Let's do it.
How's it going?
Are home. If you go in the water in any vessel, any type, check out the government side. It has a lot of ways of you dealing with the whales, the big mammals. Respect them, respect their space, and respect the guideline, so we can all live together in peace, you know. Style first.
You need to open it?
Bluefish Point. We're just about to dive with Duncan and Charlie. A bit windier than we expected, I reckon. Excited, guys? Let's do it! Let's go.
Do you remember hand signals? Diving? Just 100, 50, cuttlefish, octopus. We chose that spot because it was relatively inaccessible and we had access to a boat that day. It was amazing. We were out with Jason from Droneshark app, so he was there looking for whales while myself, Charlie and Matt jumped under the water and went to go see what we could find. I started Aussie Bubbles because I was interested in showcasing this to people and I wanted this to be a mechanism to drive awareness of what we have in our oceans so that people not only enjoy the amazing diving we have in Sydney, but also become more familiar with the animals that need protection.
All right. You saw some little shark, big scuba fish, some blue groupers, so it was good. It was nice and clear, and heaps of different stuff. It was awesome. You can see it back in the water.
Yeah. So we could.
It's just a bit cold, but it's worth it. Oh, good.
So with the whales, you know, they start, I've seen them, you know, from mid-May and they start heading up north, you know, to go and have their babies and mate in the warmer waters. And then they'll start heading back around middle of August. Sometimes you get some crossover, some are still heading north, some are heading south. So they'll go back down to Antarctic where they'll all have a big feed up and do it all again the next year.
Awesome day, guys. We're just finishing up. We're here just with the upper house and the harbor bridge in our back. Had a good dive, good visibility. We saw some whales that come really close to the boat. Thanks so much for coming with us, guys, today. So we started this project because we want to show a different side of the places. What locals do, where they go. And I think if you want to explore further and actually experience what the place has to give you, you have to do it. You cannot rely only on information that is out there in the internet. And that's what we were trying to show. If you guys want to see more, please subscribe. We have a lot more content to come. We have different activities, different places, different locals that we're gonna try to show you the best local eye as possible. So see you guys around.